Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Martin Schwab, the campus director for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Worldwide at the Camp Pendleton campus. It is my privilege to welcome you to the Microsoft Software Systems Academy recognition ceremony for both the cybersecurity administrator and cloud application developer. It is also a great pleasure to welcome the families and friends who are joining us today from different parts of the country to celebrate this special day. I would like to particularly welcome our honored guests who are here with us today in the audience. Ms. Allison Callahan, Transition Readiness Program Manager for Personal and Professional Development, Camp Pendleton. Mr. Matt Brogdon, Base Engagement Manager for Microsoft. Ms. Yelena Svigelman, Cybersecurity Site Manager, Microsoft. Mr. Ty Flynn, Cloud Developer Site Manager for Microsoft. Ms. Carolyn Ortiz, Campus Director for the San Diego campus, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And both of our Embry-Riddle instructors, Mr. Hamid Azu, the Cybersecurity Instructor, and Mr. Dan Sullivan, the Cloud Application Developer Instructor. I would also like to thank Ms. Callahan and her team of Ms. Tabitha Mazer and Ms. Angela Manapon for their assistance with the planning and organization of the MSSA program. I would like to ask that you show your respect for the playing of our national anthem.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we marched, o'er so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to introduce Major General Chris Cortez, who is joining us today by video messaging. Major General Cortez is the Vice President of Military Affairs at Microsoft, where he leads the company's engagement with veterans and military families as part of its focus on inspiring and developing former service members for roles in the IT industry. Major General Cortez served for more than 33 years in the United States Marine Corps. When he retired in 2004 as a Major General, he had been leading the Marine Corps Recruiting Command in Quantico, Virginia, recruiting more than 75,000 men and women. Before that, he was the Director of Operations for the U.S. Pacific Command, 1,000 military personnel. And he previously commanded Marines at the platoon, company, battalion, and regimental levels, including during Operation Desert Storm. Major General Cortez not only advocates for education, he also mentors others. It is something he did in the Marine Corps, and he has continued to do at Microsoft. And now to Major General Chris Cortez.
Hello, graduates. It's great to be with you. To me, being gathered virtually is a real demonstration of two important things. First, that you've all shown incredible resilience amid change as MSSA classes moved online. And secondly, that you're joining an industry that will evolve significantly through this global pandemic. As people and organizations become more and more reliant on technology. That makes your military background even more valuable. Through my 30 years of service, I've seen time and again how this community bands together when it matters most, how you step up to face adversity together. The presence of each and every one of you here today is proof of your shared contribution to that legacy. And it's that spirit of adaptability and camaraderie that will help you succeed in the next stage of your career. My own career has been a lifetime in the making. In fact, you could say it started before I was even born. In the late 1940s, two Spanish peasant farmers, Juan and Dolores Cortez, my parents, came to the United States with their 4 children. Among other jobs, they worked in the orchards of Northern California. My mom worked the night shift in an onion factory, and my dad worked as many hours as possible as a carpenter. Eventually, I came along, their first child born on U.S. soil, followed by 2 more of my siblings. To say my parents worked hard barely scratches the surface of what they endured. They toiled through scorching summers and cold winters, driven by their ambition to give their children a life of opportunities that they did not have. They knew a better life required better education, and it became clear to me at an early age that a focus on learning would not only improve my prospects, and allow me to help others, but it could also enable me to fulfill my dream of serving my country in a meaningful way. That hunger for education and passion for service ultimately inspired me to enlist in the U.S. Marines. And after 33 years as an infantry officer, those same values, plus the lessons and experiences gained in the military, led me to pursue a new career at Microsoft. As I learned firsthand, transitioning from a life in uniform is not easy. The civilian workforce is an entirely different realm with its own customs, principles, and culture. But as I also learned firsthand, veterans can succeed and thrive in the modern workforce. The skills we bring, such as problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and a mission-driven focus, are vital to companies today. But sometimes corporate decision makers and veterans and service members alike need to be reminded of what you bring to the table. That's why we started MSSA, to help equip servicemen and women like you with the tools and training you need to successfully transition to the next phase of your careers, and also to help companies understand just how valuable you are. No doubt the value you bring, especially today as the fight against COVID-19 creates new urgency to harness technology to improve how people live and work. Your skills and training from the military and MSSA have never been so critical. You represent some of the best talent our country has to offer. You have heart. You understand the value of mission. You know just how much can be accomplished swiftly, and when we come together, resourcefully. Take a moment to recognize that and let it sink in. You already have what it takes to succeed in a civilian career. So I'd like to leave you with 4 tactical tips for mastering this new terrain. Number 1, find a mentor. Hopefully you experienced from MSSA just how beneficial it is to have a mentor on your side. Such a relationship doesn't stop being important. A mentor helps you level set, check your assumptions, and learn from their experiences. Second, pursue opportunities that leverage your strengths. If you haven't already, read the book Strengths Finder and take the Strengths Finder assessment. It's well worth it, especially in terms of learning how you can best operate and collaborate in a corporate setting. Third, network, network, network. Use LinkedIn, ask for help, job leads, tips, and introductions from your connections. And don't be shy about reaching out to those you have served with in similar units or have similar backgrounds and experiences. And last, believe in yourself. Like the most rewarding challenges in life, growing your career is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, be persistent, and put your training to practice. Remember, you are the best recruiter. Your skills and experience will play a critical role in helping our workforce get back on its feet. Believe in that and own it. We're fortunate to live in a time when more and more companies are recognizing the incredible talent in veterans and service members coming out of the military and out of MSSA, specifically MSSA. Not only are you in demand, but your country still needs you. This is your time, and we're lucky to have you in our graduating class of 2020. I wish you all the best, and I believe in you. You can make your dreams come true. God bless each of you, and may God bless America.
Our next speaker, who is joining us today by video messaging, is Dr. John Wittret, Chancellor for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Worldwide. Dr. Wittret provides leadership and strategic direction and fosters growth, maintains academic integrity, and promotes efficient operations for the worldwide headquarters in Daytona Beach, Florida, and the over 130 campuses locations worldwide. Under his leadership, the worldwide campus, which serves more than 23,000 students annually, has earned the top 2 ranks in the country by U.S. News and World Report for Best Online Bachelor's Program and has held a rank in the top 5 for the last 7 years. Dr. Wittret is active with organizations both nationally and internationally, serving as chairman of the board of directors for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Asia, in Singapore, as an appointed board member and chair of the University of Florida Online Advisory Board, as an elected member for the Flight Safety Foundation Board of Governors, and as a board member for the Aerospace Alliance. He is also a fellow of the Royal Aeronautical Society and has been a featured speaker and panelist at several national and international conferences. He is a licensed pilot and he holds a PhD and a Master's of Science in Mathematics, both from Texas A&M University, and a bachelor's degree with honors from ERAU University in Edinburgh, Scotland. And now to Dr. John Wittret.
Congratulations, MSSA graduates. It's great to be sharing this special day with you, your family, and your friends. Although I'm not able to be with you in person to recognize your achievements, I want to tell you how especially proud we are of you all. Every MSSA graduate in every cohort works hard to earn the MSSA diploma. But we are especially proud of you. I commend each and every one of you for your motivation, your hard work, and your resiliency during these challenging times. You have successfully navigated these uncertain times together as virtual teams. You have demonstrated agility, and you have achieved the goals you set out to achieve. All these attributes are key to your success. As you transition out of the military into the civilian world, remember that your military training has provided you with invaluable career skills such as self-discipline, teamwork, communication skills, and the ability to analyze risk. All key attributes valued in technology-related industries. Your days in uniform may be numbered, but your contributions to our country's high-tech economy are just getting started. One of the stories I enjoy sharing involves a young soldier who learned some important skills while serving as a combat engineer at Fort Carson. He had to overcome some challenges, but never gave up. He completed the MSSA program and found a well-paying position close to his home back here in Florida. Now, by all accounts, this young soldier's transition went very well. What makes this young soldier's story one that I really enjoy sharing is that even though he had a good job, he didn't stop learning. Within just a few short years, he completed not only the MSSA program, but also his bachelor's degree and is now working on his master's in information security and assurance, all with Embry-Riddle. He now has a position as a systems engineer in Washington, D.C. When asked why he decided to keep continuing with his education, he stated that each year billions of dollars are lost due to cybercrime, and he wanted to be part of the solution to this problem. Remember that learning is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. We are proud when you display your Embry-Riddle credentials, but lifelong learning is more than just displaying a diploma on a wall. It is also about the future you plan to create for yourself, for your families, and for our communities. We are experiencing history in this moment, a history that will be talked about for decades, a history that will reshape all of our lives in some way or the other. How we respond and become part of the way forward will define our future for many years to come. My advice to you, continue to be agile, continue to be resilient, become a lifelong learner, and use your knowledge and your skills in such a way that helps create the future we all want to be proud of. Thank you for committing your time and to the MSSA program. We are proud of you. We are proud to call you Eagles. Congratulations to all the MSSA graduates, and my very best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
It is with great pleasure that I now introduce Mr. Alonso de Jesus, who will speak to you on behalf of the cybersecurity administrator students.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Martin. So, first of all, on behalf of the class, I would like to thank Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, most namely Minerva, Martin, Jerry, and Mr. Azu, for hosting us and making sure we had everything we possibly needed. And thank you for providing the solid foundation upon which we're able to learn. So, the landscape of the world is changing before we know it. And even in the face of a pandemic, we are afforded the opportunity to reminisce, celebrate each other's accomplishments, and most importantly, appreciate the dynamic changes we have all undergone during our time together. So I'd like to take a moment to think back before the outbreak, when we had our little bastion of learning. And although I'm using a metaphor to describe this place, it was very nearly a sanctuary for some of us. It was a place for us to go and relish in the freedom from being around the command, family, and obligations that would otherwise take us away from our mission to empower ourselves through the study of technology. So I think the most important component that made this program successful in doing that was the environment. When you put a bunch of dedicated service members together who share similar passions, you get a beautiful collaborative for learning. We started to form our own classroom culture, and despite working independently, we felt very tight-knit. I think this was because from the very first day, it was instilled in us that we weren't rivals and that there was plenty of success to go around. Almost immediately, we shared resources, offered a helping hand whenever possible, and there was constant encouragement and motivation. In fact, I'm sure if we all walked into the classroom again today, we would all take our same seats and that same atmosphere would continue to flourish. We'd be greeted again by contributions of everyone's unique character. Things like John and Kevin competitively testing and shoring up each other's knowledge of networking, Casey, whose wisdom and experience as a recruiter allowed for extra insight when it came to soft skills development and public speaking. Daniel's experience as a data chief allowed him to share very practical and detailed accounts and anecdotes. Joshua, who had one of the most interesting and intensive projects in the class, and even then would still have time to answer not only mine, but almost everyone's Python questions. And Darren, with the courage to save the group with a carefully crafted question or contribution when everyone else is at a loss for words. And although these are only a few examples of a couple of the individuals in the class, I would not be hard pressed to find an anecdote for every single person in the class of 28. So thank you very much, OS6, for being the most stout classmates I could ever ask for. And now I want to extend a special thank you to our golden girl and our fearless leader, Yelena. She is the very person who taught us how to walk the walk, talk the talk, and how to harness and articulate the value of our greatest strength, ourselves, and what we have done in the service of this great country. She did this with the hands of an expert, at first gently coaxing us, but then carefully controlling the pace, so that in only 3 short months, everyone had gone through an incredible metamorphosis. Where at first we started these exercises with stuttering and stage fright, they were soon replaced with detailed anecdotes and experiences of great accomplishments. And although cut short by the end of our physical classroom experience, we were all polished, articulate, and freely exploring the newfound fringes of our professionalism, which has led more than a handful of us to take the next chapter of our careers. So I want to extend a special congratulations to Kyle, Graham, Casey, Constantine, Kevin, Jonathan, Christian, Dylan, Andrew, Dan, Abel, Sam, and Anthony on your new careers. I wish Andy and Joshua good luck in their future studies, and for the rest of us, happy hunting. And again, thank you, Yelena, for putting your very heart and soul into our cohort, and thank you everyone in attendance.
Thank you very much, Alonso. It is a great pleasure that I now introduce Mr. Christopher Smith, who will speak to you on behalf of the Cloud Application Developer students.
Good morning, class, faculty, and everyone else who has taken the time to recognize our cohorts as we complete this MSSA program. I would first like to thank Dan Sullivan for taking the time over the past 4 months to tutor and develop us into software engineers, though sometimes at the cost of his own sanity. Without him, we would be lacking in technical prowess. This technical ability was reinforced by the soft skills taught by our soft skills mentor, Tyrone Flynn, whose ability to connect with us and assist us in developing a strong sense of fashion sense through the constant reinforcement of polos are for jokers, will echo with us anytime we hear the term business casual. Finally, I would like to thank the teams at Embry-Riddle and Microsoft for making the entire program possible. Their commitment to helping veterans be successful reflects in us, and I hope that we serve as the best representation of their efforts. Moving forward in our careers outside of the military was a tough decision for some and an easier decision for others. But what we do with those ambitions is leading us down a path where we all have the opportunity to be extremely successful and continue to make a difference in the world. I was reading an article on Forbes the other day talking about traits employers sought in new hires within the technology industry. Things like curiosity, adaptability, integrity, intuition, a desire to learn, humility, and community. But 3 traits that stood out to me the most were passion, understanding the big picture, and teamwork. I think I can safely speak for everyone in saying that these 3 traits epitomize our service and that our collective drive towards mission accomplishment helped us in fostering our sense of teamwork. Continuing our sense of teamwork throughout our transition and careers will help ensure our success, and the connections that we have built both in our military careers and this course will serve as a testament towards that. I would like to personally congratulate all of my classmates who have received job offers. You are all an embodiment of professionalism and technical acuity, and I'm happy to have connected with you over the course of this program. For my friends who are continuing their education, happy studying. And for those of you that are pending offers or are still searching, do not give up hope because opportunity is around the corner. The right company will recognize your skill sets and contributions and allow you to flourish. This is just the start of a journey. And with this start, my closing words are console.writeline, hello world.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Christopher. Next, I would like to introduce Ms. Allison Callahan. Ms. Callahan is the Transition Readiness Program Manager for Personal and Professional Development as part of the Marine and Family Programs at Camp Pendleton, California. And now to Ms. Callahan.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Martin. As Martin said, my name is Allison Callahan. I'm the Program Manager for Transition Readiness aboard Camp Pendleton. I'd like to first thank both the staff of Microsoft and Embry-Riddle. We are so tremendously appreciative of your true commitment to providing quality training and long-term career security for our service member population. To the graduates, by enrolling in the Microsoft Software and Systems Academy, you have taken very concrete steps towards ensuring that your transition is a successful one. These new skills, partnered with all the core tenets that have been embedded in you through your active duty service, are sure to take you places that you cannot even imagine at this point. This was a much more difficult undertaking for some of you than for others. I hope that this huge accomplishment is a point of pride that will allow you to continue to reach beyond your realm of comfort. We find ourselves in very challenging times. Your transition will provide its own challenges, but you have really solidified that commitment to success in the civilian sector in an industry that's going to continue to grow. Today's graduation would not be possible without technology. Technology will see us through these uncertain times, and you will be a key component of that process. So thank you, graduates, for all of your hard work and dedication. You become the success stories that we speak to future MSSA candidates. This draws in the next wave of students, and this continues to build upon the strong collaborative partnership between Camp Pendleton, Microsoft, and Embry-Riddle. Never stop your pursuit of new opportunities. If opportunity doesn't knock on your door, leverage your skills and resilience and build a window. Continue to reach, to learn, and to collaborate. Thank you for your time, your dedication, and your service, and best of luck to you all in this new chapter.
Thank you very much, Ms. Callahan. It is now time to present the letters of recognition to our students. This recognition represents months of consistent work, diligence, and efforts. Ms. Minerva Valle, Associate Director for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Camp Pendleton campus, will be reading the names.
Abdullah Abel al-Shujari. Abdullah served 4 years in the Marine Corps as a motor transport operator, logistics manager, and instructor. He will be attending University of Colorado to finish his BS in computer engineering. Dylan Banks. Dylan served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. He served as a network administrator and held the rank of corporal. Upon completion of the MSSA cybersecurity class, he will be starting a position with Tech Systems. Marco Brigado. Marco served in the United States Navy for 6 years. He first served as a hospital corpsman, then a clinical corpsman lead. Marco is continuing his job search with a possible AWS apprenticeship. Darren Braun. Darren served 5 years in the United States Marine Corps. He has served various roles in electronics maintenance field, ranging as a satellite network technician to electronics maintenance manager. Darren has found a passion for cloud technology and is seeking employment with a team ready to make an impact as a motivated leader. Jake Wilson Flores Carrig. Jake served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. He served as a battalion training officer and communications officer at 9th Communication Battalion. Jake earned his Bachelor's of Arts degree at the University of Hawaii in May 2016 and his PMP certification in December 2019. He will be pursuing program manager positions in one of the Big Four tech companies. Cameron Cox. Cameron served in the United States Navy for 8 years. He served in the USS Enterprise, where he helped launch the F-18 Super Hornets off the bow catapult. Cameron was also stationed at HSM 41 in San Diego, California, where he kept track of flight hours and maintenance performed on MH-60R helicopters. Cameron is currently searching for his first employment opportunity as a software engineer. Alexander Zachary Dale. Alexander accomplished 5 years as an IT professional, serving in the United States Marine Corps, specializing in system administration, network security, system integration, and customer satisfaction. He is currently transitioning out of the military and eager to utilize the unique skills and experience he gained into the civilian workforce. Alonzo de Jesus. Alonzo served in the United States Air Force for 3 years. He served as a vehicle technician and material manager. He is currently working towards his degree with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is seeking cybersecurity job opportunities in New England. Madeline Ladd Elkington. Madeline served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. She served in several billets, ending her career as a network administrator, operations supervisor. Madeline is advancing her career in IT into cybersecurity field, broadening her spectrum, currently still seeking employment opportunities. Parker Christian Fitzsimmons. Christian served in the United States Marine Corps Infantry for 4 years. He is taking his communication and leadership skills into the IT field with the help from the MSSA cybersecurity program. Casey Harrison. Casey served in the United States Marine Corps for over 12 years. During that time, he deployed 5 times, with 3 of those deployments being on combat zones. He is currently working towards a BS in technical management with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and has accepted employment opportunity with Perspecta. Richard Go. Richard served in the United States Marine Corps for 20 years. He served in several capacities, including maintenance controller and safer flight lead. Richard currently is the maintenance controller at SNC OIC and will continue his education with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Jeremy Grinnell. Jeremy served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as a supervisor, working as an aviation electronics technician. Following MSSA, Jeremy will be continuing his education. Philip Ho. Philip served in the United States Navy for 4 years as an information systems technician. He is currently in the job market as a software engineer and planning on continuing his education in STEM-related field. Zachary Jones. Zach served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. He served in several capacities, including as a chemical weapons defense chief. Zach is currently enrolled with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and continuing his education with a master's in business. Andrew Michael Josie. Andrew served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as a help desk administrator and a server administrator. Andrew is currently working towards his degree with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and has received employment opportunity at Lockheed Martin. Graham Scott Kozakowicz. Graham grew up on a farm in New York and has served construction and skydiving before joining the United States Marine Corps. He graduated #1 in his MOS school and is currently working within the DoD. He plans to transfer to UC San Diego for a BS in computer science. Cordell Leffelman. Cordell served 5 years as a network administrator in the Marine Corps. He reached the rank of sergeant and is currently pursuing a position in Texas as a network engineer. Keelah Long. Keelah served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served in several roles and culminated as a corporal in electro-optical equipment maintenance. Keelah is currently pursuing his degree with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and plans on seeking job opportunities while furthering his education. Daniel Langaro. Dan is currently finishing up his 4 years contract in the United States Marine Corps. He was a direct air support controller, with his final position being the Weapons Tactics and Training Program OIC. Dan is excited to continue his education by pursuing a master's in computer science following graduation. Kyle David Miller. Kyle served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years as a network engineer and data systems administrator. Kyle is finishing up his associate's degree in technical management and plans to move to Arkansas with his fiancée Lauren to be a network engineer. Kevin Nicasio. Kevin served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He had no prior IT experience, but took the network administration role and is currently working towards his Cisco Certified Network Professional. Kevin has received employment as a network engineer with Booz Allen Hamilton in San Diego, California. Dustin Adrian Nunez. Dustin spent 4 years as a radio operator for the Marine Corps and is looking to get into the field of IT with a focus on being a cybersecurity analyst. J. Elliott Orr. Jay spent the last 3 years in the Marine Corps holding several positions within the Aviation Supply Department. He has taken steps into transitioning from logistics to a career in information technology. Jay is currently working with multiple resources for future employment. Christopher Ortiz. Christopher served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as a supply and embassy guard. Christopher is currently looking for a software developer position in Washington, D.C. Caleb Pleasant. Caleb has served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years and is an electronic technician, leading to the rank of sergeant. Caleb is officially transitioning in August and to begin his career in software development while pursuing a degree in computer science. Olagbenga Shafila. Olagbenga served in the United States Navy for 10 years. He served as a gas turbine mechanic. He is currently looking to continue as an Embry-Riddle student while seeking employment opportunities in data management. Michael Scott Shurko. Michael served in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years. He has held many positions within communications, from an operator, training supervisor, to his most recent position as an operations supervisor. Michael currently is pursuing his passion and actively looking for opportunities within the cybersecurity industry. Zachary Silvis. Zachary served 7 years in the United States Army. He served in several capacities, including intelligence officer and intelligence program manager. Zachary is continuing to seek out employment in the IT industry. Anthony Simon. Anthony served in the United States Army for 21 years, holding many high-level positions as a Sergeant First Class Information Technology. Anthony is currently seeking employment opportunities at Microsoft and will continue his degree with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Christopher Smith. Chris served 8 years in the United States Marine Corps as a cybersecurity technician. Chris is continuing his education at the University of San Diego's graduate program in cybersecurity engineering and is pending offers from various DoD contractors in the San Diego area. Samuel DeLuz Smith. Sam is a network engineer with the United States Marine Corps. He is currently part of an enterprise help desk providing support to 18,000 Marines and sailors. He is currently pursuing a BS degree in Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Sam is seeking employment in Huntsville, Alabama. Daniel Sosa II. Daniel served in the Marine Corps for 12 years as a network administrator and data systems chief. He is looking forward to civilian life in Southern California and continuing on the path of lifelong learning. Mackenzie Sowers. Mac served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. In addition to being a capable technician, Mac had the opportunity to lead Marines outside of his visit. He is currently enrolled in Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and believes he will have success in the IT field because of the MSSA program. Joshua Suggs. Joshua served 7.5 years of faithful service in the Marine Corps as a transmission systems operator. Joshua has been accepted to attend University of Alabama studying software engineering. Elijah Taylor. Elijah served 4 years in the Marine Corps. He served roles as a 1371 combat engineer and combat engineer supervisor. He is currently still exploring career opportunities in the IT industry. Anthony Tong. Andy served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years as a ground electronics technician. During his military service, he served several high visibility positions such as shipping and receiving manager and quality assurance manager. In addition, he joined the Microsoft Software and Systems Academy as an introduction to the world of IT, specifically cybersecurity. As he nears the end of his enlistment, Andy will be continuing to attend school at Pasadena City College. Jonathan Tissau. John served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as a technical controller, network administrator, and culminated as a sergeant working as a network supervisor. John has been offered employment opportunity at ICW Group. Jordan Scott Valle. Jordan served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. During this time, he was a UH-1Y crew chief, as well as a flight line mechanic. Jordan is currently working to earn his associate's degree with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is looking to start an information security company in Florida. Anthony Joseph Viator. Anthony served from 2015 to 2020 as an electronics maintainer. He is working on his associate's degree in computer science and has been volunteering in the community during the 2020 COVID-19 crisis. Leanne Zhang. Leanne served in the United States Army for 5 years and has served as a network-oriented technical manager with experience in systems analysis, diagnostics, troubleshooting, and conflict resolution. He demonstrates extensive background in communication, data analysis, and crisis management with the desire to transition into an entry-level software developer in the IT field. Wei Zhang. Wei served for 8 years in the United States Marine Corps. He served in several different disciplines, first as a motor transport operator to his first enlistment, and then as a data systems administrator in his most recent enlistment. Wei is currently seeking employment opportunities in software development and pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fael. Congratulations to all of our recognized students. Please join me in giving them a hand for this outstanding achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our virtual recognition ceremony. Have a great day, and to our students, a bright and happy future.